Good morning, everyone. My name is Francia. Today we're going to be doing our Sunday Vinyasa class, and I'm going to include some pranayama exercises at the end of our practice. So make sure you have a comfortable cushion to sit on for that, and maybe a set of blocks that you can use throughout your practice. We'll be doing some standing poses. So let's start in a comfortable seated position. Soften your shoulders. Take a nice deep breath in, inhaling as you lift and lengthen through the chest and the spine. And then as you exhale, softly relax and soften the shoulders, soften the jaw. And again, deep breath in, creating space in the front body as you feel the lungs expanding. Slow breath out as you release and let go with that exhale breath, any tension that you might be holding in your body or in your mind. One more time, deep breath in, lifting, opening, lengthening, creating space. Slow breath out, releasing, softening, and letting go. And we'll draw the palms together at the center of the heart. We'll open the sacred space of our practice with the sound of Om. Inhale to begin. Om. Om. Exhale, releasing the hands down, blinking the eyes open, awareness back into our space. Beautiful. We're going to go ahead and extend the arms out, creating reach through the fingertips, shoulders down, back and down. Just start to warm up the shoulders here. As you reach through the fingertips, keep the chest lifted, keep your tailbone rooted and grounded, and find a nice comfortable space to sit. So you want to feel yourself rooted through the pelvis, but lengthening through the top of the head, and then reaching in both directions through the fingertips. Now inhale, open, and turn the palms facing up so that we can change a little bit of the muscle that is engaging as we hold the arms. Stabilize here with your breath. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. And then inhale, let's draw the arms up. Reach through the shoulders down, and then reach the fingertips up. Lengthen out through the belly, so kind of draw in through the lower abdomen so your rib cage can lift. Try not to arch in your body. And then with the next inhale, let's look up towards the thumbs and bring the palms as much as you can together and draw the elbows in towards each other. Reach and lengthen. Again, hollow out the lower navel, extend through the fingertips, shoulders back and down, and then exhale, arms down. Slow breath out. Good. Reaching the right arm to the side. Inhale, left arm up. Extend through the fingertips. Exhale, take it over and reach. Inhale there as you softly fold or bend into your supporting arm. Rotate your chest and find the stretch through the left side of your rib cage. Palm of your left hand should be facing down as you reach to the fingertips. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale there. Inhale, reach to the other side, right arm up this time. Extend through the fingertips. Find that length already in the right side rib cage as you ground down through the right knee. Inhale to reach, and then exhale, softly bend into your supporting arm as the opposite arm, the right arm, goes up and over. And then rotate the chest, reach to the fingertips, steady your breath. Try to press that opposite knee, so in this case, the right knee, down towards the mat to create a little bit more length and extension. And inhale, slowly come back to center. Exhale there. Good. Shaking out the shoulders here. Let's reverse the position of our feet. So whatever foot was in front, place that foot behind. Readjust back onto your cushion if you're using a cushion, and then just allow yourself to settle once more. Let's go ahead and take the hands forward and slightly lean forward. As we bring the palms down to the floor, just notice and observe where the limitations in your body are. You can take the elbows to the floor. You can use a block underneath the elbows. And just allow yourself to lengthen through the spine here. Shoulders back, and just kind of gaze down at your thumbs. Stabilize with your breath. Always try to calm your breathing when you're in this, in any asana that you're holding. And then if you'd like, you can walk the hands a little bit further forward. And kind of just notice how that feels in your hips. Don't overdo it. Try not to round into your back. Instead, allow your rib cage to lead the way. Shoulders move away from the ears. Hollow out the navel, steady breathing. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale, press into the hands. Gaze forward. Exhale, walking the hands in, shoulders back and down. Take a moment here. Good. Let's come into our kneeling position. And we'll start our flow. Our first flow today will be on our hands and knees. So from the hands and knees, separate your fingers wide. Make sure your knees are about hip width apart and the tops of your feet are on the floor. And just start here with a little cat and cow. So you can start the movement in either direction, but with the lift, you inhale, and with the curl, you exhale. So when you come into cat, you would exhale, and when you come into cow, you would inhale. And start to notice how all the little muscles in the pelvis, in the back, in the shoulders, even in the legs and arms, become a little bit more like, not tight, but engaged, I guess, awaken. And then at the same time, other muscles relax as you move. So just allow yourself a moment to feel your way through each movement. Inhaling as you lift into cow. And exhaling as you curl into cat. Include the tailbone, include the shoulders and the movement. Include the head as your chin comes up. And include the head into cat as the chin tucks in. Let's do two more. At your own pace, you might want to go a little faster than I'm going, or you might want to go a little slower. Waking up the spine here, saying good morning to your body. And last one here, tuck under. Good, coming to a flat back. Bring the big toes together. You can keep the knees where they are, or you can widen them a little bit. And let's take child's pose. Allow your rib cage to settle between the legs as the chin or the forehead comes down to the mat. Shoulders move away from the ears and you're reaching with your palms down toward the top of your mat. We're going to try to change the position of our palms. So if it's comfortable for you, maybe you stay here. Maybe you can try flipping the hands so that the palms are facing up. Zena, that's a bad spot for you. Move, Zena, move. Zena, move, my love, move. Good girl. All right, so that the palms are facing up towards the ceiling. And then we can rest the forehead back down. And the thumbs may not touch the mat, and you might feel your hips lifting a little bit. That's okay. As you lengthen through your torso, try to keep the back of your hands down and the fingers down. This allows your shoulders to naturally move into that back away from the ears position. So you don't have to think too much about it. It engages a little different part of your shoulders, a different part of your chest, and a different part of your back. Let's stabilize one more breath. And then inhale, you can lift the head, turn the palms back down, and come back into the posture. Now with the palms down, you have to make more of a conscious effort to move the shoulders back and down away from the ears. Keep the tailbone reaching back, long, long spine. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale, lift the head, chin forward. Slowly come back to tabletop position. Slide the hands underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. All right, let's tuck the toes under. Inhale, press the knees up, and let's hover here for 5 breaths. 1, strong core. 2, engaging into the arms. 3, stabilizing with your breath always. 4, and 5. Exhale, push all the way back to downward facing, and let's pedal out the legs. Bend one knee, straighten one knee. Sway with the hips as you maybe find a bit of a twist in the body if that feels nice. Lengthen through the torso, create space from the fingertips to the tailbone. From the tailbone to the heels, you can come up high onto the toes and then press the heels down, lifting the toes if that's available. Make sure that the distance between your hands and your feet is not too wide nor too narrow. So you want to feel equal weight distribution between your hands and your feet. If this is tough for you and you find yourself pushing forward into your shoulders, please bend your knees and move your tailbone back and away. So you really feel that extension in the spine. And then calm your breathing here as you stay. 1, hollow out the lower navel. 2, 3, we'll have 2 more breaths. See if you can stay. 4, press into the heels, long back of the legs. And 5, looking forward between the hands, walk or step your feet to the center of your mat. Keep them hip width apart, soften your knees, and then let's go ahead and take a hanging forward fold. So let's do this first one with the knees nice and soft. So really bend your knees, try to settle your rib cage onto your thighs. Let your head hang heavy here. And then start to notice your weight distribution in your feet. Can you bring more weight back, more weight forward? So weight to your heels, weight to your toes. Are the insides, the big toe sides and the pinky toe sides of your feet pressing equally into the floor? Check in. And then let's release the hands. Press into the arms so that you lift the chest. And then exhale, try and straighten your legs. They may or may not straighten. It's okay if they don't, but do the best you can. If they're able to straighten, then see if you can fold once more with the legs as straight as possible. Again, bringing rib cage to thighs and then folding on to opposite elbows. Let's hang here a few more breaths. So this is considered an inversion, what we're doing now. Your head is below your heart. So this is a very regenerative posture. It allows us to change not only our kind of chemical structure in the body, but also our perspective, right? Everything's upside down. You get to see the world in a different way. If possible, keep your eyes open. Kind of just gaze into that space, whatever is behind you there. Or you can also gaze to the tip of your nose. Again, press the hands onto the floor. Inhale, lift halfway. Try and straighten the legs a little bit more. Contract the quadricep. Lift up to the kneecaps. And then this time, bend your right knee. Place your right hand in the center. And then inhale, left arm comes up. Opening the heart, gazing up towards left fingertip. Easy, stable breath. The right knee is bent. You might feel an extra stretch of the left leg. So really contract that left leg and rotate your torso. Exhale, take the left arm down. Bend the left knee. Straighten the right arm and extend the right arm as up towards the sky as you straighten the right leg. Make sure that you're not sinking into your left arm. Push the floor away. Reach with your right arm. Rotate. And try to look towards your right fingertips with your left eye if possible. Getting a nice cervical stretch here. And then exhale, slowly come back to center. One more time, let's hang with knees bent or soft or legs straight, your choice. Try to really fold yourself in half here. Steady your breath. Let the head be heavy. Hang, relax, soft. And then inhale, hands to the floor. Walk the hands forward to the top of your mat. Walk your feet forward. And then softly bend into your knees and roll up to standing. Take your time, one vertebrae at a time, really arching and rounding here through your back. Lifting the rib cage, lifting the chest, the shoulders roll back, and we come to standing. Good. So now we find ourselves in our standing posture. We're going to begin with our variation of sun salutation. So inhale, draw the breath in as the arms come up. Gazing up towards the thumbs, shoulders back and down. Try not to lean back, but instead tuck under through the tailbone and lift the rib cage. Long extended body. Exhale, gently fold forward. You can softly bend your knees here, or you can keep your legs straight. Up to you. Try to line up your fingertips with the tips of your toes. Plant your palms on the floor and let your head relax towards your knees or shins. Inhale, lift halfway. Come to the fingertips. Shoulders roll back, chest lifted. Look forward. Exhale, plant your hands on the floor and step or walk your feet back to come into a high plank. So avoid moving your hips back into down dog in this transition position, but try to keep your weight forward, shoulders over your wrists. Exhale, knees come down and slowly lower down towards the floor. Inhale, come into cobra. Press the tops of the feet into the mat as the shoulders go back. Chin up, chest lifted. Engage into the back body here. Exhale, tuck the toes under and press back into downward facing. Let's stay here 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Steady your breath. 4. And 5. Looking forward, inhale, step or walk your feet forward, lengthening the body. Exhale, fold deeply. Inhale to rise, strong legs, strong hips. Lift the ribcage, tuck the tailbone under, press the palms together, shoulders back and down. Exhale, arms by your sides. All right, adding on. Inhale, arms up. This time, take your right hand, grab your left wrist with your right hand, and then pull your whole body over to the right. Just like we did in our seated posture warm-ups, where we stretch the left side of the body. Bump your hips as much as you can to the left, and keep your right foot grounded. Inhale, back to center. Switch the grip. Left hand grabs the right hand, up and extended, and then over to the left. Push the hips to the right. Use your left arm to pull on that right arm and really find that stretch to the right side body. Ground your left foot firmly into the floor. Inhale, back to center. Reach up and extend. If you like, you can interlace your fingers, but release your index, cross your thumbs, and then see if you can go into just a little bit of an open heart space here. Gentle back bend. Exhale, release. Softly fold forward, take your time. Really working on the spine here today. Fingertips and toes line up, forehead down, shoulders relaxed. Steady breathing. Inhale, lift halfway. Open the heart space. Exhale, plant your hands, step or walk your feet back. Remember, keep your weight forward over your shoulders. And then this time, let's go knees down, chest and chin down, and then inhale, sway up into upward facing dog. Dropping the hips, kind of letting them relax. Let the hips be long and steady. Press into the tops of your feet. Strong legs here, chest open, chin up. Look to the tip of your nose. And exhale, curling over the toes, downward facing dog. Let's stay here 5 breaths. 1. Checking in with your breathing. 2. 3. Calm, peaceful breathing. 4. And 5. Looking forward between the hands. Left foot steps forward, right foot steps forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold and release. Inhale to rise, strong legs, palms together, gazing at your thumbs. Tuck in through the tailbone, lift the rib cage. Exhale, arms by your side. Good. We'll add on one more thing here before we move on. Inhale, arms up. So same as before, right hand grabs the left wrist, bump your hips to the left, reach as far as you can to the right. Maybe you can look up towards the sky, or you can gaze forward, opening the rib cage, lengthening to the left side, ground the right foot. Inhale, back to center. Switch your grip. Left arm grabs the right wrist and take it over as you bump your hips to the right. Press down through your left foot to keep you stable in your legs. Side stretching here, easy lengthening. Inhale, back to center. Interlace your fingers. Release your index, cross your thumbs, look up. Inhale, touch the ceiling. Exhale, go back. Ground your legs strong. Push your hips forward. Opening the heart space and exhale, softly release. Come forward. Let this forward fold be gentle and kind to your body after all that exertion. Let the head relax. Inhale, lift halfway. If you know how to jump back, you can try that. Plant your hands on the floor. Exhale, jump your feet back, come into a high plank. And then again, knees down, chest down, chin down. Inhale, curl yourself forward into an upward facing dog. Shoulders back. Let's let the hips relax a little bit here. We're trying to find stretch and opening through the fronts of the hip flexors. This can be hard to do. You can separate your feet a little bit. And just take a moment here. Let's stay. You can sway side to side. Move the shoulders back away from the ears. And let's take the gaze over the left shoulder. Look towards the left foot. Exhale back to center. Take the gaze to the right shoulder. Look over the right, towards the right foot. Try to drop your left hip. Strong legs here, no bend in your knees. Exhale back to center. Inhale as you open your heart. Exhale, curl and tuck your toes under. Downward facing dog. Beautiful work. Stay here. Steady breathing. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Three. Calm, peaceful breathing. And 5. Looking forward between your hands. You can walk, step, or you can jump. Look forward as you lengthen. Exhale, fold deeply. Inhale to rise. Strong and steady, palms together, gazing at your thumbs. Reach and lengthen. And exhale, arms by your sides. Good. All right. So we're going to have a block nearby for the next couple of postures. Just place it in front of you where you'll be able to reach it. This way you won't, you will need, when you need it, you don't have to go hunting for it. All right. So from this position, let's take the hands to the waist and then separate our feet about a little wider than hip width apart. So draw like a zipper up the center line of your body, and then inhale, move your hips forward. As you exhale, shoulders drop back, and then just go into a gentle back bend here. Opening your heart space, you can drop your head back if that feels good, or you can tuck your chin and look towards the front of the body. Opening the chest, strong legs, kind of play with the contraction and relaxation of the glutes. So you're not squeezing too tight, but you're moving the weight forward to the balls of your feet. And then slowly come back to center. Notice kind of how that feels. Softly bend into the knees and let's come into a squat. You can close the distance between your feet a little bit. And then inhale, you can have your hands forward. You can have your palms together. And you can have your arms up, your choice. So your feet are apart in this one, not together like we normally practice. So just a little bit more engaging in the thighs. If it's helpful, you can cross your thumbs here. Sometimes it helps to keep the hands together. But see if you can press to the pinky edge of the fingers too. And then exhale, slowly bring the hands to heart. Take the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Hands in prayer, gentle twist. Sit the hips down, shoulders back. Breathe easy, strong legs. Inhale, come back. Again, arms, you decide where you want them to be. Exhale, other side. The legs are getting tired here. Drop the hips, twist the torso, find your rotation. Inhale, back to center. Arms wherever you find. Exhale, hands to the floor, hips up. And just allow yourself a breath here. Now, for this first balancing posture, take your right foot to the center, left foot behind you. Right hand on the block. Make sure there's a good sized distance here between your right foot and the block. Strong right leg, hand on your hip, and then slowly lift your left leg. As you find the left leg lifting and you're balancing with your right hand, you may decide it's an okay thing to do to open up your left hip so that you can flex into your left foot, and then that leg kind of finds extension there. From here, you can take your left arm up and find your balance. Stay breathing. Good. A good place to look, down to the floor. It helps you stay balanced. Lift that left leg a little higher, even if you think it's already high enough. And then exhale, let's lower it down. Before we do the other side, let's take a standing split. So softly bend into your right leg, keep that left leg lifted, and then go ahead and fold deeply into that right leg as the left leg goes up. Exhale, let's release the left leg back. Coming into a lunge, you can use the block right in front or behind your foot. I like it in front, so that way you can kind of hold on to that block and you can find this lunge as you drop the hips down, bending into your right knee. Your left heel is off the floor, so not like warrior, more like a lunge position. Drop that left hip, stretch the left hip flexion. If you don't need the block, you can bring your hands to the floor. That's another option, but I like the block. It helps me stay stable, and it gives me a nice place to hold on to. All right, from here, pivot the left heel down. You can place the block on the pinky side toe of your right foot, and then open that left hip. Let's take Parsvakonasana. Reach the left arm up and over, and rotate the torso, gazing up towards the left fingertips, chin towards the left armpit, as the hip lowers down and releases. So you're using your right hand on the block to keep stabilization through that right arm. Steady your breath. Good. And exhale, let's release. Bringing the left hand down, left knee down to the floor. Then we're going to go ahead and do the other one. So B position or the twisted version. Come up for a moment. Make sure that that left knee is not directly underneath the hip, but almost back. You might even want to like slide it back a little bit more. Really kind of create a sense of opening there. Try to balance. Now, left arm on the outside of your right leg, twisting your torso. Now you can bring your left hand to the block that's already in position. As you bend into your right knee, stabilize here. Tucking your left toes under, see if you can straighten your left leg. And then now, trying to bring the left heel down, we rotate the torso and take the right arm up and over the head. Easy breathing. 1, 2, keep twisting. 3, 4, and 5. Let's release. Bring the right hand down, bring the left hand down, move the block over to the side for a moment, and then right foot back. Let's do regular chaturanga this time. So one whole piece comes down. Inhale, upward facing, shoulders back, chin up. Exhale, downward facing. Beautiful. Stay here for a few breaths. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Nice inhale, slow, gentle exhale. One more time. Good, so we're going to repeat that whole sequence on the other side, starting with the jump forward. So inhale, look forward, jump or step your feet forward so that you're together. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold and release. Good, grab your block, place it in front, left hand on the block. Make sure there's enough space between the left foot and the block. As you step the right foot back, lift the right leg. Try to find a sense of balance. Right hand on your hip. Pressing into the right leg. Now, if you like, you can flex the right foot and start to open that right hip as you open the right shoulder. And then the right arm can go up towards the sky. Best place to look here is down to your mat. If you change your gaze, you'll probably fall out of the posture, which is fine. But try to lift your right leg. Keep your right foot flexed. Strong as you extend through the right arm. Steady your breathing. Press into the floor with your left foot, left hand. Those are your foundations. And then exhale. Come down with the right hand, but not the right leg. Keep the right leg lifted and find your standing split. Bringing your hand next to your foot as your right leg reaches and your chin moves towards your shin. Exhale, slowly release the right foot. You can step that left leg forward, bend into it and find your lunge. Again, either using the block or the floor, your choice. The right heel is up off the floor and you're dropping your hips down. Steady your breath. Good. Calm and peaceful here. Try to drop your hips. Remember, you can always do this from the floor if that's easier or if that gives you more challenge. That's an option you can always take. Make sure that that left knee doesn't track to the left, but keep it centered, right over your left foot. And then exhale. Let's go ahead and place that the block by the left pinky side of your left foot. Drop your right heel. Open your chest. And then reach that right arm up and over as you bend deeply into that left leg. Chin towards your armpit, gazing towards your fingertips. Steady breathing. Try and breathe through your nose. Press the pinky side edge of your right foot down. Good. And exhale, release. Right knee comes down. Let it be behind the hip as you release the right foot. You can come up for a moment for balance, dropping the hips down. And then we're going to go for that twist. So ideally, you want to get as much of that right arm or shoulder around the outside. So for me, I use my left hand and I kind of wiggle myself through without falling, ideally. Then you can bring your right hand to the block. It's there, it's in position. Tucking the left toe under, straighten the left leg, and try and push the right heel down to the floor as you extend the left arm. Gazing towards left fingertips. Steady your breathing. Calm, peaceful breathing. Bend into that left knee. Good. And exhale. Let's release. Release the hands. Take the block, move it over to the side. Left foot back. High plank. Chaturanga Dandasana, lower down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. And steady your breath here. Easy movement of breath. Let the head relax. Let there be no tension in the neck or in the shoulders. Steady as you move your weight back. Find depth in your downward facing dog. And with the next exhale, knees come down, feet together. Let's take child's pose, Balasana. Take a bit of a rest here. Let the nervous system regulate itself. Let the breath calm itself. Check in with your body. Make sure your body feels comfortable. Make sure your breath feels comfortable and steady, even if it's a little bit labored. And then check in with the state of your mind. Couple more breaths here. Next inhale, breath, look forward, shoulders back, chin forward, maybe press the chin down to the mat. Exhale there, slide your hands in, bring your feet in. Let's go ahead and come to seated. So cross your ankles, inhale, pick your knees up, and then slide your feet through to come to seated. All right, good job. So somebody unplugged my clock over there, so I can't see what time it is, but I think I got it. So from here, we're going to have the feet flexed. Let's take Dandasana position. So hands next to the hips. Inhale, lift your rib cage and chest. Shoulders roll back, chin down towards the chest. So one thing to try to avoid here is moving the shoulders up towards the ears. Move them down and away. Lengthen up through the rib cage, strong legs, flex the feet. Your heels may even fly up a little bit. So pressing the calves down into the mat. And if you like, you can also press the heels down, making sure the legs stay active. Dandasana position doesn't look like much when you see it, but when you're doing it, you realize all the effort that has to be put in for this posture. One more breath, inhale. And then exhale. Slowly lean forward. Let's grab the big toes. You can use a strap. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. I'm going to work here. We've been working with our forward folds, combining them with back bending. So let's work this forward fold for a moment. If you want to, you can kind of walk yourself side to side to kind of really settle your full legs onto the mat. From here, as you hold onto your strap or your toes, exhale, bend your elbows towards the mat and bring yourself down towards your shins. Whether your face touches your shins or not, doesn't matter. Just reach in that direction. Long spine. Inhale, lengthen, chest up. Exhale, grab the sides of your feet. Maybe you can interlace your fingers underneath your feet. Now make sure that your feet are not apart in this posture. Press your big toes against each other. Flex your toes towards your head, and once more, fold deeply. Maybe the depth isn't as deep when you go into this second version, but do what you can with what you got. Honor your body, stay present. And then inhale, lift halfway. If you'd like to do one more attempt, grab your block, place it underneath your feet, and then now you can hold on to your block. This is going to give you a little bit of extra reach. So you can try it. If you hate it, don't do it. Go back to holding onto your feet. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale once more. Pull yourself down. So the block just adds a little extra reach to your arms, and it gives you a little extra pull. You can also make the block wider or lengthen it more if you want more pull. For me, this feels just right. Shoulders back and down. Make sure that you always check in with your body. Anything you're doing that causes pain or deep discomfort, you want to stop. You want to alternate something. You want to change something so that it doesn't do that anymore. And then inhale, head up. Exhale there. Release your grip. Move the block off to the side. If you use it, come back. All right, so now we're going to do a supported back bend. Grab your, come forward so you have room behind you. Grab your block and place it at the middle of your back. You might need to adjust it as you go down. And for this one, just let the block kind of be in a position where you can rest the top of your head down, but keep your butt on the floor. So you don't want your butt up floating, and you don't want your head out floating. You want to have both your butt and your head touch down. So maybe the block can go lower, or maybe the block can go higher, depending on your ability. From there, let's extend the arms and just find a nice, easy back bend. So here we're bending in the middle back. We're going to bend in the lower back in a moment, but let's just open up the heart, kind of cracking that chest open, shoulders back and down. Reach through your fingertips. You can also relax your arms if you want to make this more passive. Steady your breath. Just make sure that your butt is down and your head is down. Don't let your head float, and don't let your butt lift. Ground yourself here, wherever you are, with your arms out, like a V, or next to you like a T, or whether you're active with your arms extending and reaching, or whether you're relaxed with your elbows bent. Kind of just play around and see what feels right for you today. Maybe a combination of all three. Calm, peaceful breathing. Let this posture feel restorative in your body. Try not to let it be harsh, difficult, painful, uncomfortable. It may be all of those things, but see if you can wrap your mind around the possibility and see what it is like to change your perspective, ever so slightly. Can this be made nice in any way, shape, or form? Can you add some softness to this somewhere? Maybe it's just a movement of your breath. Let each inhale be deep. Let each exhale be soft and long. We'll stay here just a few more breaths if you got it. You can always come out at any time. Don't feel like you have to stay. But if it's in you, if it's available, let's give it 2 more breaths. That last exhale, let's bring the arms down, press the elbows in, slowly lift the head, look towards your toes, take a moment there, press into the elbows, kind of move them back a little bit so your weight is on the elbows, and then one hand, other hand to come up. All right, move the block off to the side for a moment, and again, lay all the way down onto your back. This time we're going to do a bridge position using the block as support. So bending the knees. Take a nice deep breath in, slow breath out. With the next inhale, lift the hips. Slide the block underneath the hips at whatever level you feel comfortable. See if you can have your feet flat on the floor for this one, so you don't want to be up on your toes. Flatten out your feet. Keep your knees and your feet hip width apart. So a lot of us open up our toes. See if you can open the heels out so that the feet are kind of parallel to each other. From here, you can let your arms relax to the sides, or up overhead. You can even start to walk your feet away from you to stretch into the front of your hips, the hip flexors, the muscles in the front. And let's just stay here and breathe. Again, we're trying to find a comfortable position for this. So if you find yourself squeezing your glutes, relax there. Relax your butt cheeks. If you find yourself squeezing through your legs, relax, but not to the point where your knees flop out and your feet lift, but where your feet are nicely grounded and your legs are parallel to each other. So there's just enough tension, just enough engagement to keep the legs just active enough for the posture. Find and play where that level of engagement versus level of softness can be manipulated. So overdoing it is not good. Underdoing it is not good. Split the difference. If it's better for you to slide your feet in, keep your feet underneath your knees, then that's fine. If it's better for you to lengthen your legs, that's fine too. But whatever you decide to do, don't over tense. Relax your glutes, let your shoulders take the most of the weight above you, and give a little bit of weight to your feet. Breathe easy. Deep inhales. Slow exhales. You shouldn't feel any pain in your waist here. You shouldn't feel any pain in your back. Instead, you should feel almost relief. One more deep breath in. Breath into the big toes. Relax the glutes. Exhale completely. Next inhale, let's bring the arms by your sides if they're not already there. Walk the feet back underneath the knees. You could come onto your toes. Inhale, lift the hips and slowly lower your hips down. Good job. Let yourself rest here for a moment. Let's bring the knees into the chest. And again, maybe a little bit of movement feels nice here, or if you like to be still. I like the movement. It feels like I'm giving my glutes and my lower back a nice massage. Sides of my hips. Feels nice for me, but you decide what your body needs. And then when you're ready, let's roll up to seated. You can take a couple of rolls if you like. And we'll make our way to a seated position so we can finish our practice with a nice pranayama work. So I like to sit on my cushion. It's the more comfortable thing for me, but if you have your block nearby, sitting on the block might be accessible and nice for you. Okay, so once you're in a comfortable seated position, we call this sukhasana or easy pose, right? Sometimes it's easy, sometimes not. You're going to have your feet crossed, your heels lined up at the center of your body. So if you imagine a center line coming down your body, this is the Sushumna Nadi. This is our center line of our body. So we're going to try to breathe in this center line from the pelvic floor, from the lowest part of your body all the way through the top of your head. So moving the breath in this central line of the body, the Sushumna Nadi. So imagine that tube, let's say, where the breath is going to go in and out. Inhale deeply. And as the breath comes in, you kind of just feel it L rising. And as the breath goes out, you feel it all releasing down. So it's not necessarily, it is coming in from your nose, but I want you to imagine it coming in from the earth as you breathe in. And going back to the earth as you breathe out. So this is an exercise in visualization as much as it is in the breathing. So again, inhale from the earth up. Exhale down back to the earth. Let's do 5 more. Three more, checking in with the body. Making sure you're not holding tension in the shoulders or in the jaw. Good. At the end of that last exhale, let's just come back to our natural pattern of breathing and just notice the difference. Notice if you are still kind of imagining that movement from the pelvic floor, from the earth, up and back down, or if the breath becomes just slightly more shallow, where it's only moving through the chest, maybe even the abdomen. Now we'll inhale through both nostrils. We're going to close the right nostril with the thumb and exhale through the left. Inhale through both nostrils. Close the right nostril with the thumb, exhale. Inhale through both. Close with the thumb, exhale. Inhale through both. Close the right, exhale through the left only. One more. Inhale. Exhale, closing the right nostril. Now we'll switch. Inhale through both nostrils. Closing the left nostril with the ring finger. Exhale to the right. Inhale. Closing the left nostril. Exhale right. Inhale, both nostrils. Close the left, exhale to the right. Two more. Inhale. Exhale slowly. Last one. Exhale to the right. Release the right hand. And let's go back to breathing to that Sushumna Nadi, also from the pelvic floor, and then back down to the earth. Let the breath be equal. The inhale and the exhale breath are equal in length and measure. So at your own pace, kind of visualizing that movement through the entire body, from the earth up, out to the top of the head, and then back down to the earth. Let the breath calm and soothe you. Breathe, check in with the body, find softness where once tension was. Feel yourself completely relaxed as you continue to move energy, breath, and tension through that center line of the body. Body relax in a meditative state. Let the thoughts and the mind relax in a meditative state. Feeling completely present. Two more rounds at your own pace. Maybe it's deep, maybe it's shallow. Doesn't matter. Just allow the visualization to move from the earth out the top of the head and all the way back down. After that last round, just come back into your natural pace, your natural state of breathing. Notice any similarities, any differences. And continue to let the steady breath move. With the next inhale, we'll draw the palms together at the center of the heart. Pressing the thumbs against the sternum. And just bring into your mind's awareness, gratitude, fulfillment, accomplishment. With the next inhale breath, we'll prepare for Om. May we feel protected and safe. May we feel contented and pleased. May our physical bodies support us with health and strength. And may our lives unfold smoothly with ease. Namaste.
Namaste.
Beautiful work today, guys. Thank you for joining me.